Welcome folks to Wrestling Showdown here on the W3L network. Apologies for getting this to you a little later than normal, but we've got 3 gigantic live events coming up this week. Yeah, this week. As I'm sure you can appreciate, everybody here in W3L has been really busy trying to get everything finalised for the 3 events that we will be presenting to you this Friday, Saturday and Sunday. You can cut us some slack, can't you? Excellent. So 3 events on the horizon, the end of this week. Where, when? I shall tell you. It all kicks off this coming Friday. We're going to be in Broxburn for a show that will be co-sponsored by Bulkweld and Wazzy's Convenience Store. The following day we are going to be in the Ice Arena in Kirkcaldy for our annual Summer Spectacular. And then on Sunday we go down to Galashiels for an event co-sponsored by White Autotech and the Blacks of Stitchell. Remember, of course, every single W3L event this year is sponsored by our good pals over at Crafty Connoisseur. Please get in touch with all of our sponsors, show them some love, tell them that we said hello, and of course, if you or somebody you know would like to sponsor a W3L event or two, get in touch with us, we'll tell you how to make that happen. So it's 3 big events, the Summer Spectacular, one of them. I will go through some of the matches, some of the things you're going to be seeing on these events in just a moment or two, but first let's have some wrestling action. As I'm sure you may know by now, the merchandise Mike Musso has got a huge match coming up at the Summer Spectacular. He has got a lot on the line in that contest and he wants to be at his very best. So he's gone to W3L management and said, get me a challenge, get me the biggest, toughest challenge you can find to get me prepared for this weekend's live events. Management have decided to somewhat pull a bit of a fast one, because instead of going to a regular member of the W3L roster, somebody that maybe Mike Musso's wrestled before, they've gone out with the company and have brought in Mark Anthony, a man from the north-east of England. He is not to be messed with, and it's going to be a proper clash of the heavyweights. So what's going to happen as Mark Anthony battles Mike Musso? Let's go down to ringside and we'll find out.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Fordyce with your Wrestling Showdown. We've got a clash of the heavyweights, as there's the merchandise Mike Musso in the blue and white tights, taking on Mark Anthony in the black and the grey. As far as I'm aware, a first time meeting between these two. Certainly not wrestling WTL before. Look at this, neither man's getting an advantage. They're 2 big men, 2 proper heavyweights, and Mark Anthony with that punch right to the face, trying to take the early advantage. Musso goes in, and oh, he expected Anthony to come in after him. Got the kick, just goading him in, and oh, trying the hip toss, can't do it. And the shoulder block doesn't take him down. Now again, Anthony's a big man, bigger than Mike Musso normally faces. He's used to facing smaller people, as Musso dives through the air and takes down Mark Anthony. Normally in W3L, Musso's one of the bigger men. He's like 6'4" thereabouts. But Mark Anthony is easily as tall, he's easily as heavy as Mike Musso is. So as a consequence, as Musso gets put in the corner, he's got to adjust his game plan, like both men have, because normally they are taller and more powerful than their opponents. But not this time out, as Musso, got a spring and hit the body press, trying to wrap this up early. Because Mike Musso asked for a tough contest to find somebody that could play with a good strong challenge. He's got some matches coming up this weekend. On Saturday he's got to face the original Craig Stevens. He's got to face him in that last man standing match. So Musso wanted a tough competition to prepare himself as Anthony snaps Musso's neck on the ropes and pulls him out of the ring. Because if Mike Musso gets hurt in this contest, as being rammed in the apron is a very good chance that he will, then he is going to hamper him as he heads into the last man standing match at the Summer Spectacular against the original Craig Stevens. Again hits the bit of the post in the apron. This ring is slightly lower than the standard W3L ring, so it means when Musso gets rammed in, it's at the very base of his spine. It's his coccyx that's taking a lot of the damage. You see Musso, this is the pain in his body, he can't even stand up properly. Mark Anthony just places that double axe handle right in the base of the spine. He rakes the fingernails down the back. You see where his focus is. We last saw Anthony back in January here on Showdown, taking on Kevin Williams. And last year he took on a TG Rager singles match and then Raging Krieger in tag team action. So he's used to facing some of the toughest in W3L. Again, as far as this is our first time meeting between these two. And Mark Anthony, you may not be familiar with him if you're a W3L regular. He competes predominantly around the north-east of England. Oh, just chasing it out of the way. Competes in the north-east of England. So that a fair bit of success. He's held championships. He's a tough competitor. I mean, he once punched a hole in a briefcase, put his fist right through it. And I mean, that's frankly no easy task, let me tell you. But he did that, put his hand right through it. So he's a tough man, as Musso has been fighting at his cost. Kevin Williams and TGH had the problems with him, and he's not willing to always play by the rules. You can see using that handful of Musso's luxurious long locks to take him down. And a backbreaker. Mark Anthony's got his focus, hasn't he? Right in the lower back, goes for a cover. He's focusing on the spine of Mike Musso because he knows what Musso can do. They competed on the same event, so they've obviously watched each other, they've obviously scouted and studied to a degree. And Anthony knows that Musso loves the blunt force trauma, and it'll be difficult for him to put Anthony on his shoulders, particularly as big as Anthony is, if Mike Musso's back is causing him problems. Again, there's the focus right there. Anthony, not a man that says a lot, doesn't really speak very much, but lets his actions do the talking. And Mike Musso, I hate to say this, but may have bitten off more than he can chew as he takes a side slam. Good move by Mark Anthony, but gets him just a 2 count. Again, Musso's got this contest with Craig Stevens, there's no rules. Now Musso was last here on Showdown, was in April, he battled Stevens in a no-hold-barred match. So they've gone hardcore with each other in the past, but the stakes are really high, as I'm sure you'll be aware. The main event resolution is basically in stasis, pending the result of Musso versus Stevens at the Summer Spectacular. So let's see how that pans out. Because Musso will be in action all weekend. Oh, and he turns just in time. Talk about going to the well once too often, and that knee, referee ruling it as inadvertent, not causing it as an actual low blow. Inverted atomic drop, known often in Japan as the Manhattan drop, named after Freddie Blassie because he hailed from Manhattan. That was one of his favourite moves, so the Japanese named it the Manhattan drop. Because Musso with a knee lift and goes straight in for a cover on Mark Anthony, but I don't think he's worn him down quite enough. I wonder just how much impact Musso had with that knee lift, considering the pain his back's going to be in. I mean, lifting your knee that high is surely going to tweak your spine somewhat, isn't it? I mean, considering the focus has been on the very low part of the spine and the hips as well. So it's being a little slow to clean the turnbuckles here. And Anthony just cut him off. One punch, that's all he needed. Anthony's got solid hands and just clubbed Musso in the side of the head and knocks him to the floor. Nothing pretty about Mark Anthony's offense, but it doesn't need to be. He is successful. Hold on, a reversal. And Anthony just caught the post. He managed to avoid the one to the left hand side of your screen, but on the right hand side one, he caught it with his shoulder. It's a really bad career trajectory. The problem there, of course, is that there's not a lot of room between the crowd and the ring, so you have to watch where you're going. I think Anthony was trying not to fall in the crowd or bounce off the side of the ring, and inadvertently hit the post somewhat. Musso drops the elbow, and now goes for a cover. To a couple of seconds, and that made all the difference. Mark Anthony kicking out. I'm sure Craig Stevens is watching this one. Musso wants to prove he can take on the biggest and the best that W3L management can place in front of him. Well, he's calling for the blunt force trauma, but lifting Anthony up over his shoulders might not be as easy as Musso would like it to be. Let's have a look. Oh, it's a struggle, but he's done it. And Anthony, I don't think Musso's gut was secure. Anthony with the face buster. Mike kicking out. He knows what's at stake. He wants a win heading in to the Summer Spectacular, to Broxburn, to Galashiels as well. It's a big match for Musso coming up, because again, resolution hangs in the balance. And Mark Anthony has untied his hair. It's equivalent to pulling your strap down on your singlet, isn't it? And he double underhooks the arms. Mike Musso used to use a move like that. And he sends Anthony flying with that backdrop. Didn't send him particularly far though, partly because Anthony's a big man, also because of Mike's back. And oh, he's got him up. It's precarious, but he hits the blunt force trauma. And Mark Anthony bounced off the canvas. Referee in position calls for the bell. Mike Musso gains a victory. It was no easy task, but he pins Mark Anthony. And now he looks forward to our 3 live events this weekend: Broxburn, Kirkcaldy and Galashiels. It's the Summer Spectacular, the last man standing match, the original Craig Stevens, the main event at Resolution. What's going to happen? Be there this weekend, you'll find out.
A victory there for the merchandise Mike Musso, and that's going to prime him for our trifecta of live events coming up at the end of this week. Let's tell you about them, shall we? So it all happens Friday the 14th of June, this coming Friday. We're going to be in Broxburn. Those lovely people at Wazzy's Convenience Store and Bulkwell are helping to co-sponsor the event. Thank you so much to them. We have got former WWE superstar and, more importantly, former W3L heavyweight champion Joe E. Legend returning for the weekend. He's going to be there in Broxburn. Mike Musso's going to be there. The original Craig Stevens will be there. Jayla Dark will be defending the Women's Championship against Ashley Vega, and a whole slew of other things as well. Come along to Broxburn, you will not regret it. The following day we hit the Ice Arena in Kirkcaldy. It's the Summer Spectacular. Of course, Joey Legend is going to be there in action. We'll be seeing the tag team title on the line as Krieger and TG Rage defend against the Asian sensation Omar Mohammed and Prince Assad. Tenacious Johnny Lyons defends the heavyweight championship against Saqib Ali. Jayla Dark will be facing Emily Hayden. It might be for the Women's Championship, it might not. It will all kind of depend on Ashley Vega the night before. Plus, of course, we've got Mike Musso versus the original Craig Stevens in that last man standing match. Stevens won 7 Deadly Sins this year, winning a last man standing match in the final over Taylor Bryden. He is heading on to Resolution to challenge for the heavyweight championship. Mike Musso has cashed in his rematch clause from last year's Resolution, and he has now made main event Resolution a triple threat match. But if Craig Stevens beats him at the Summer Spectacular in the last man standing match, Mike Musso will step to the side and it'll be Stevens versus whoever the champion is, 1-on-1. This is high stakes indeed. This is going to affect Resolution's main event. And as if that's not enough, all the matches I've told you about, plus tons more besides, come out to the Summer Spectacular. Then in Galashiels on Sunday the 16th, we have got all of the Summer Spectacular fallout. You're going to find out what happened first. Mike Musso's going to be there. Joe E. Legend will be heading there. Emily Hayden will be taking on the beauty from the borders, Anastasia. Will it be the Women's Championship? Who knows? That will all depend on what happens over the course of the weekend. But I can tell you that come rain or shine, win or loss, we will be signing a contract for the main event of Resolution in Galashiels. It'll be Craig Stevens, but will it be him and the champion? Will it be him, Mike Musso and the champion? Who knows? Anything is possible. Get yourself along to Galashiels, of course sponsored by those lovely people at White Autotech and Blacks of Stitchell. And an extra special thanks go out to the fantastic Crafty Connoisseur who are sponsoring every W3L event this year. Again, if you want to sponsor an event, please get in touch with us. Thanks to all of our sponsors, and thanks to you if you bought your tickets in advance. If you're planning on seeing us in Broxburn, Kirkcaldy or Galashiels, you will not regret this. These are going to be 3 amazing events, and you really want to come out and see us. And if you haven't got tickets yet, you can snap up what few tickets are remaining by hitting up our website. We're at W3LWrestling.com. buy your tickets from there and sign up to the mailing list while you're at it. You'll get some exclusive information first before we announce it here on Showdown. Then, of course, give us a like over on Facebook. Click your attending the events pages for our shows coming up this weekend. Join us over on Twitter and Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube channel that you're currently watching, because then you'll be notified whenever we put up an episode of Wrestling Showdown. Generally a Sunday at 12 PM, and hopefully next week it'll be the same. So much more happening as well. Use the hashtag W3L Wrestling Showdown. Tell us what you think is going to happen over this weekend. Tell us who you want to see this weekend. Tell us who's going to win the matches. Get in touch with us, interact with everyone here at W3L and tell us what you think. And then get ready to come back in 7 days' time. Well, actually, with any luck, should be 6 days' time. And join us for another episode of Wrestling Showdown. I'll be telling you a bit about what happened over the course of this coming weekend, bringing you more amazing wrestling and a load more other stuff as well right here on Wrestling Showdown.